Welcome to SLMan's first podcast. This week we're talking about Matthew McConaughey's key to a perfect marriage.
He said for a successful marriage, he recommends a queen-size bed rather than a huge king-size.
Whether you can beat Harry Styles' marathon time, Frankie certainly couldn't.
I had a pack of mini Pringles from the hotel bar and then went up the same 5k strip up and down in Cyprus in 40-degree heat with a Lucozade and some swim shorts on and did it in about 4.5 hours.
That is mental. In that heat.
To shave or not to shave, the bolding question.
I would say to shave off and own it.
And whether you should feel pressured to spend a lot on an engagement ring. I've got a strong take on this.
Okay, go on.
If that's what they're expecting and they know you,
Yeah.
and maybe they're the wrong person for you. It's a good one. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to the very first SLMan Team Pod. I'm your host, Harvey James, and today I'm joined by SLMan contributors Tunde and Frankie. We've got a packed lineup from the latest style trends and grooming picks to standout moments in sports, culture, and entertainment. Plus, straight talking answers to your dilemmas. And before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed. It's the best way to stay across everything we're doing at SLMan, from podcasts and videos to our latest style edits. So, welcome Tunde, welcome Frankie.
Thanks, Harv.
How's it going?
It's good, yeah. I'm excited. First one.
Yeah.
First of many, I hope, and I'm sure we'll sort of catch our flow. But yeah, really excited. It's going to be good fun.
Yeah, 100%. We've got a lot to get
Cover,
through, which is
yes.
exciting. How are you, Tunde?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very excited to be here. I think it's been a long time coming, so I am keen to hear everyone's thoughts on everything. So yeah.
I'm already going with Harv rather than Harvey. I'm settled in.
Nice, yeah.
Nicknames already.
Settled in.
Yeah.
I like it. This is good. Should we start with the outfits?
My boots are from Our Legacy. They're the dark green camion boots. And then my jeans are just ripped jeans from Zara. Then just a plain white t-shirt from Uniqlo. My jacket is from Mango. And then my hat is from a brand called Sundays.
Nice. You've gone for the Gen Z hat.
Oh yeah, very, very, very. Sort of had to bring it back, you know.
Very cool.
Still quite youthful at heart.
No, I love it. Looks good. Very fit.
Thank you.
Frankie.
I can't find the brand, but I can now not gatekeep this store because I've moved. There's a vintage shop on Stoke Newington High Street, just as Church Street meets the High Street. I think it's literally just called Vintage Shop. And for overshirts and for jackets, I've got a couple of good double-breasted suit jackets from there. It's so, so good. So that was from there. Simple Zara tee, some Levi jeans, and then I've got to confess, I am moving house, and the boots I had in mind were these suede Massimo Dutti boots I have. In the house move, they have disintegrated. So I've gone with these Brown House Cavani, kind of cowboy-esque with these jeans on, which, I mean, they'll do for today. They weren't what I had in mind, but they'll do.
I have gone for GH Bass loafers in a cognac brown, I'm going to go with, specifically.
They're very nice.
A purple Uniqlo sock. By the way, if you're listening, just get your socks from Uniqlo. They are
No, I'm with you.
ridiculously good.
100%.
The sock wall is like one of my joys in life, to try and like match that to the rest of my outfits. The jeans are from Blue Denim, I think the brand is called. But these amazing salvage Japanese denim, I literally wear them so often. White t-shirt, we've all gone for the white t-shirt.
Yeah, true.
It's very easy.
A staple dude choice.
I'm waiting for the build-up for this jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful jacket.
And this is a Barber Paul Smith collaboration jacket, which I got last night.
Very sexy.
And it is beautiful. I love it. It's got this Paul Smith detail running on the outside. Obviously a really nice Barber jacket. And the Paul Smith stripe on the outside. And it's got little cows on inside. Really cute little detail.
I just like that fact that it's sort of like two in your face.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
quite
it's very
subtle.
cool.
Yeah.
You'll have that for life, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Let's kick things off with our first segment,
Yes.
New and Noteworthy. This is where we each bring what's on the radar right now, whether it's a new spot worth booking, a new TV show, or something we've tried and rated. So Frankie, let's start with you.
I've just came back from Madrid, so I'm not going to keep everything Spanish-based, but there were a couple of cool things that I can just get in quickly. And I've got to say, I did a a recommendations request on Instagram. I've never had so many shouts for things. So Madrid's obviously popular. You can still sneak in a little city break between now and Christmas.
Yeah.
The first one maybe is more summer-based, but brunch festivals, they run them in Madrid, Barcelona, Lisbon, maybe one other city as well. Super cool. It was in this amphitheatre. They had a great stage, which was the kind of main dance floor with speakers going in and then speakers going up and out to enough people. And the main act we saw then was Mesticas, which, well, I can't dance, but I was really trying to get into my sort of Latin
It was so good.
fever.
It was making
Yeah, it was. And they play, it's like electronic, but with Spanish classics and a bit of sort of flamenco inspired. Really, really cool. These two Spanish ladies, they described themselves on Instagram as Spanish chicas. They had these huge black fedora hats on and they were epic. So if you can see either Mesticas or go to a brunch festival, great vibes. I recommend that.
So to confirm, there's no food at this festival because then it's called brunch.
No, but not like
So it's
your
like
salmon
dance.
and eggs.
Oh,
kind of
right.
brunch.
Literally just pure music.
It's, yeah, it's a music festival. Mostly electronic music.
Is it because it's in the day? Is
Yes, I get. Yeah, it's true.
Fine.
Okay.
So when you said it, I was thinking brunch, food, or where's the food going to come? Okay, fine.
No food, no salmon and eggs, but great music.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, really, really cool. I mean, in Madrid, Simmons was a great restaurant, Georgian restaurant. Georgian wine was described to me as holy water, and it was beautiful stuff. So,
Did you like
ever
it?
find? Oh, amazing! So,
I've had
so
it before,
good.
and it's so, I found it so viscous and almost like blood-like that I was like, it's not like any red wine I've ever tried before.
Oh, well, we had white wine.
Oh, okay, fine.
And maybe it was just how it was teed up as holy water, but it
Oh,
went
yeah.
down like holy water.
Your
set you up quite well.
psychology, yeah.
And final one, a piano bar, which I, rather than, my sort of Latin dancing, I went full English in a bar full of Mexicans and was belting out Oasis. It's a karaoke piano bar. Very cool.
I'm so jealous.
There you go.
yeah.
There's your trip to Madrid
I'm
sorted.
going to Madrid. Let's go.
And Tunde,
Have you guys watched Unknown Number yet?
No.
On Netflix. It is honestly the wildest documentary I think I've ever watched in my entire life. Basically, top line, I don't really want to spoil it. Basically, there is a young girl at school and she is getting catfished by someone. And the whole documentary is about working out who is the catfish.
Interesting.
But you get to the end and you realize who the catfish is and you are honestly, your mouth be on the floor.
Is it you?
Really?
It's
So I
no,
swear I've
yeah,
heard
it's
this
been
sort
out
of
for
plot
about
before.
let's say like a month now.
Okay.
But I think it took it's like a slow burner because I think people watched the beginning and then I think because people started talking about it more and more and more, everyone started watching it. And when I went to New York, everyone's watched it, and I was like, "What on earth?" It is crazy. I really want to
How
tell
many
you who it
episodes,
is.
roughly?
It's one. It's 1 hour and a half.
Sorry. Oh, one. Oh, cool.
It's 1.5
Nice.
hours.
this sounds like the most spoilable show ever.
No, it
Just like,
really
you could
is.
so easily just
I
ruin
could
someone's.
easily spoil it for you. You have to watch it. It is incredible. Just the storyline.
On the theme of Netflix, we've got to mention House of Guinness. I was lucky enough to go to the press junket and interview the cast, which was really cool because I think I'd seen 5 episodes first. And after watching 5 and then meeting them, everything makes sense. They've got good energy together. I think you have to get past the first episode. At least I thought anyway, where it's Peaky the same writer as Peaky Blinders,
fine.
and where you are obviously aware that it's very Guinness branded.
Okay.
The first episode, you're sort of got your brain thinking about, is this an advert? Is this too cliche?
Oh, fine.
But then you get past the first episode and it's great. So that would be my encouragement, is stick with it and it starts to get really good. There's some cool storylines and sort of plots and relationships, which obviously everyone loves secret hidden relationships. So it's worth a watch, House of Guinness.
Forgive me. What is the show about?
It's the story of the family of the Guinness family.
Fine.
This is not giving a spoiler. It starts with the founder of Guinness dead, basically.
Wow.
And then it's his family take the legacy on. So there's 3 brothers and a sister. So the 4 children take the legacy on, and it's how their stories unfold, which is really cool because they all have their own story to tell. There's actually an amazing scene. I don't think this is a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. Where the will gets split, and that essentially sets their trajectory for their life because the will isn't straightforward.
Wow.
So the 4 children each get their fate handed to them via the will. And it's really cool.
So Succession meet Peaky Blinders. a
Yeah.
bit.
Yes,
Really.
yeah.
On TV and film, I watched an incredible film last weekend, The Ballad of Wallace Island, which has a really strange setup. It's basically like this guy wins the lottery twice, and on his second time winning it, he's just about living out this kind of experience that he has in his mind, which is his favourite folk duo, and he invites them both to play a gig at his island.
Wow.
But they don't know that each other's going, and they've got this like 10-year period where they haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
But it's all about kind of grief in the sense that that guy's wife passed away, and it's kind of a monument to her.
The guy who won the lottery.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then there's tensions within the duo, and the soundtrack is incredible. It's the lead actor who's written all the music and performs it with Carrie Mulligan, and Tim Key is the lead guy who's so funny. It had me crying
On Netflix?
and laughing.
Are you a crier?
Well, I think after this film, yeah. But I think it's because I was quite ill. So everything felt really emotional.
Yeah.
I was like really overwhelmed. So it might be just an average film, but I was just so
I had a
emotional.
film like that the other day. I feel like when I was really hungover and I couldn't figure out if it was a great film or if I was just in a terrible place.
I think it's just because you sort of like set yourself in that when you're watching TV, right? And you're just like, all these emotions just flowing through you. I feel like I cry at a lot of things I probably shouldn't cry at.
No, I've spoken to people afterwards and they said it was amazing.
Okay,
So,
good.
Yeah, confirmed. And I've also got Tame Impala. Are you guys into Tame Impala? No?
I think in and out for me.
Okay.
Not
Well,
like
they've got a new album and they're just slowly releasing songs, and every one they release, I go, oh, that was so different to the last one. Like, what's going
It's a
on?
bit of like a mismatch of,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
fine.
wild. So that's on my new note,
Nice.
and that's out middle of October.
Are you guys much into sport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rugby?
Yeah.
So Saracens. So the Saracens have actually gone through like a bit of a rebrand. I don't know if you've seen, and they're trying to make rugby cool again. I actually went to their like launch yesterday. It's just so different. Just people, I think in the UK, when people talk about rugby, it's not really spoken about as much as people talk about football. And I guess it was nice to sort of see a team think about that and like really want to bring more culture into the sport. And it made me excited to go and watch rugby more. So
What are they doing? What sorts of
so it's
changes?
just being more relevant. I think when you think of rugby, you don't really know who the players are, right? So it's
you want them to be celebs,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah. So they're trying to like position the players to be more about the people as well as the sport. So they're just getting them out there to do different things. They've got a whole like clothing range. They did a whole like press video to showcase it, and it's like really cool and edgy, and it's like proud to be from North London, and it was just a real vibe. And a lot of the players were there as well yesterday, and it was nice to see them feel comfortable talking about it too. So
Can I say something controversial?
go on.
Controversial way.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I grew up
interesting.
playing rugby.
Okay.
And I grew up in
Me too.
Cheltenham. Gloucestershire is a hub of rugby, and you have two contrasts between there's lots of public school rugby or private school rugby, depending on what you call it, and then there's lots of grassroots rugby as well.
Yeah.
Rugby's way too monotone for an aggressive contact sport, as in the people and the way that players are maybe taught to present themselves, or they've grown up presenting themselves, is way too like flat, too monotone, too polite.
Yeah.
Like, it's an exciting sport. And if you can get that across into the attitudes of the players, although, yes, the whole sort of gentleman thing does work. We're gentlemen off the pitch and we're aggressive on it.
Yeah.
Like, it can just be so sort of flat
you
in
calling
terms of
for
press
more-
and PR and interviews and...
More bad boy rugby players.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
cool,
you're
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Ellis Genge, why is he popular? Because he's a Bristolian, he says it how it is, and he's like, everyone knows who Ellis Genge is. You need some sort of...
He's a geese.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
sure, no,
he's
he
a funny
was
guy.
saying, yeah.
It's far too polite. It needs to be sexier and a bit more sort of rugged.
Because it's even down
Cipriani's
to...
pretty that as well.
Yeah,
But
true.
again, he's not.
These are the players we remember,
yeah,
though.
Exactly.
I saw a good interview actually with James Haskell and Henry Bullock. James Haskell, it was like the master and the apprentice, because
Okay.
Hask can chat, as everyone knows, it may be too much in some instances. But he was like, yeah, you're getting quite good at this PR thing, aren't you? So they were quite
Media
good
training.
It's more that like it is a public school image
It
around
is,
rugby,
yeah,
and it doesn't feel like it's accessible or open to everyone necessarily. And also, there's so much time. There's not enough time in the day to be able to have like seven sports. Yeah, so everyone just kind of picks football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
moves
weirdly
out from
watch the Six Nations, don't we?
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
country,
we do,
everybody
100%.
loves the Six Nations. And then
Yeah.
you just know nothing about club rugby.
Yeah. Drink 6 pints,
Yeah.
get disappointed. It's great. We thought it'd be good to, talk about each of your individual styles and the people that kind of inspired you to get your style and where you get your inspiration from. Who's to blame for all that?
I think definitely my, let's say, influencer inspiration is definitely like a Daniel Simmons-esque. He has always been someone that I've like followed for a long time, and I actually met him like very early on in my like creating content era. River Island opened a new store in Westfields, and he was there, and I got to meet him there. And I just feel like everything he wears is so effortless. Definitely the reason why I got these Carryall boots as well. And he's someone that just like makes basic clothes look really exciting and really expensive. And I sort of embody that. I would have to say I sort of lean into, if we can say a celebrity, definitely that more like Jacob Elordi-esque, only because I like the fact that he wears a lot of like female bags and makes it look cool. And I do that as well sometimes.
He can make anything look cool though.
Yeah, 100%. I guess just he allows men to wear clothes no matter what gender they are for them to feel comfortable in wearing it.
Sorry to butt in, but this, I thought this was cool. It was Skepta talking about how men should be braver.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool to have like a grime artist, or
Yeah,
he started
yeah,
as a
yeah.
grime artist, now he's a DJ or whatever, but like somebody who from his background and with his genre to
Yeah.
be like, nah, lads should be dressing
Yeah,
up. I thought was
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's quite funny framing dressing more gender neutral in a like a masculine way, being brave and it's quite interesting.
Yeah,
Especially someone like that, of that nature.
yeah.
People listening to that will be so shocked, but they'll be listening.
Yeah, because he's like, fashion's great, and he
Yeah.
loves fashion. He's like, everyone should be brave with what they wear, and this is coming from, if you think about when you're a kid and boys are taking the mick out of each other, he would be in that sort of circle of grime artists and
Yeah.
rappers, and now he's at high fashion saying, be brave and wear something cool. So I thought that was cool.
Not to pigeonhole yourself, but feel free to try different things. And also, I feel like the celebrities that we're looking at as kind of very stylish people in the eye, like Harry Styles, maybe even like Josh O'Connor.
Oh yeah.
They're people who kind of flirt with and use kind of gender neutral things or maybe classically feminine items. They're considered really stylish because they can do all of it.
Yeah.
Which I think is amazing.
Like in one box.
Yeah, exactly. Frankie, what about you? Where's your style come from?
Mine's kind of working its way backwards from horse racing and formal wear, and I think I started taking more care about, I did start taking more care of what I was wearing because I was presenting. If you look at some of the old suits I wore, oh my God, they were terrible. The outfits that were put together. So I think learning how to dress properly in formal wear and how to get things to fit correctly and how to pair the right colors and getting shoes right with an outfit, doing all of that and then realizing how much better it looks when you do it properly is now sort of slowly filtering its way into my normal life, and I'm taking more care over what I wear every day because of how much of a change I noticed on showing up for work feeling good. So I think mine's come from formal wear and suiting and noticing huge changes with small details and things fitting correctly in the right colors. But yeah, it's obvious, but you think about what you wear and suddenly you feel and look better.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, actually paying attention to what you're wearing and starting to think about it and to construct those outfits and what colours goes with what.
Yeah, which I'm still getting better at. I mean, sometimes you can feel like, God, I'm thinking far too much about what I'm wearing this week. I just need to throw on a t-shirt and go out.
I know exactly what you mean. Like in the morning, sometimes I'm like, standing in the mirror, I'm like, okay, this looks good, this looks good, this looks good. But I've been standing here doing this looks good for 30 minutes. I'm like, I should really leave now.
Suiting, I always say actually, wearing a suit is potentially the easiest choice because trying to decide what, overshirt and trainers and jeans is a bit of a mismatch.
Yeah.
You get a good two-piece suit on with a well-fitted shirt and a nice tie and it's job done.
And
Life's simple.
You had an influencer recently that you've started to follow,
Yeah,
right?
Vito.999, talking about being brave and being extravagant. He sort of is like polarizing old school formal wear, vintage blazers and pointed collars, and has a great tie collection, which for the most part seems sort of thrifted. He's very cool. I think he's a New Yorker. Always has a tie on, but sometimes dresses it down. Yeah, cool guy.
Does he always wear the high-waisted, like...
Yeah, that sort of style.
Exactly,
the sort of long tie, wider set tie. Sometimes has a random sort of cool hat on.
Yeah, I think I've seen him
cool
before,
guy. I think it's Vita, but I think his name's Victor. But Vita.99, I'm sure you'll find him. He's blowing up actually. He's doing loads of stuff. Yeah.
Amazing.
What about you, Huff?
When I started modelling when I was like 19, I didn't really know much about fashion. Being in that world has kind of opened my eyes a little bit. Just slowly chipped away at the cynicism that I had in the beginning. But now I think my style isn't high fashion or anything like that. It's a lot more preppy, a lot more accessible. Like this is just a really good example of my style. There's a guy in New York actually who I love who's made the transition from journalist to influencer. His name's Jake Wolf. He's got a Substack. He's really, really good. But what I found really useful is kind of not just him, but like seeing what people are wearing and just going, oh God, I love that. But why do I love it? and trying to pick out the pieces and kind of reconstruct it with what I have in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
I mean, I take inspiration from everywhere I see it, but it tends to be through like a tailoring or preppy lens.
Yeah.
To wrap up the style section, let's talk about one thing that you've bought recently that you love.
One thing I bought and one thing I found moving house. Pompeii loafers are so good.
I love Pompeii.
So good. I put in so many yards on race courses and I've trashed so many shoes. Legit. I've bought a couple of them and they will last you sort of 2 years. Well, the first pair I bought are still in good nick. So Pompeii loafers are really, really good. They have some chunky sole ones. They have a couple of cool styles. Would recommend. They are a Spanish brand, but they do ship here. And then my find in my wardrobe as I was moving was a really cool trilby from a Cotswold-based company called Sheep and Chic, who predominantly make furniture, but they have a couple of pieces of clothing, and this wool trim trilby is unreal. So cool. If you want to sort of like round off a cool look for the races, or you've got maybe a winter mac on and you want a trilby hat, I'd recommend it. They're really cool and not too pricey, which trilbies can be when you start to get fancy ones. So Sheep and Chic. Going back to my Gloucestershire roots.
And for me, if you guys like trainers, I bought these trainers from COS. They are thin-soled. Don't really know how to describe the sort of like shape, but they just curve at the bottom, and I bought them in both the camel and the black, and they are absolutely stunning. And then I also purchased a bag from Coach. They have this like gun metal, it's called a Carryall. I think it's the Empire Carryall. It's like 48, and it's like this big. It is ginormous, and it's good to go on a suitcase when you're traveling, and it just fits everything.
Your recommendation obviously will help, but do you find the balance of smart casual trainer to too much trainer hard?
Well, not with these sneakers.
That's what I mean. That might be the shout.
This is your answer.
Yeah.
We've actually got a really good article on that.
Okay. Trainer and jean and trainer and trouser, but not being too trainer, so you look like someone's dad.
True. But I like being someone's. Well, look like I like the dad look. Okay.
Yeah. Genuinely, that style of trainer is your perfect way between a shoe and a trainer.
Yeah.
What would you say yours has been?
A Mr. P cashmere knit that I got recently.
Oh, lovely.
Don't think I've ever felt a jumper as silken and soft as this. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's autumn and it's my favourite season because you get to wear knits, and I've got like an absolute stash that I can't wait to wear. But yeah, Mr. P cashmere sweater. It's in like a kind of caramel camel kind of tone.
Oh, lovely.
It's beautiful and easy to style. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this episode, please subscribe to the SLMan Podcast. It really helps us continue to make this content, and you can keep up to date. So subscribe. So now this is the mustn't miss section where we talk about what's going on at Sheerluxe, SLMan, or things that you've been to events. Here's everything worth bookmarking this week. I'm going to start. I interviewed Lando Norris recently for a kind of little interview. It was a little black book, 10 minutes with Lando Norris for the website. And the piece came out really, really nicely. But just talking to him, he is an absolute dream. Like genuinely, and it's really quite cringy to say this about a celebrity, but you felt like, I could be friends with you. That is an embarrassing thing to say.
Not embarrassing at all, because they're normal people at the end, right?
They're just he was very normal and really chill and just lovely.
Maybe he said the same about you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Lando, if you're listening.
We're besties now.
But how about you guys?
I'm going to a premiere tonight for a new show, Champions Full Gallop, or it's a continuation of the series last year, which is a story of the British jumps racing season, horse racing that is, not motor racing. And it's very cool, and I'm narrating a couple of episodes, so check it out.
The difference between jumps racing
and flat racing is jumps are there.
Jumps
racing.
But it's also a seasonal
it
thing,
is,
right?
No, I'm kidding. Jumps racing is in the winter. Think of like tweed caps, like it's raining, it's hardy. There's 3 mile chasers, which are big, strong horses, which go over jumps and slightly slower. And then flat racing is in the summer. Think Royal Ascot, Champagne, flat, sexy, fast horses. They're your supercars,
Fairs. And then for me, I have been working closely with the product team on the gift guides for SLMan that come out, I think, at the end of the month. I think there's 6 gift guides in total across like grooming, experiences to go to, and like travel accessories. So exciting. It will be coming out soon. And there's some really cool things on there.
Very nice. Have you got a standout? I'm putting you on the spot now. Is there something that springs to
Standout.
mind?
There actually is, for me, what I saw, Duke and Dexter have this like tray. Don't know what the tray's for, because they just call it a tray, but you can use it for loads of different things. It's got like the grooves on the side, so let's say if you have a cigarette. But it's just nice to go on like a coffee table.
Nice.
That was definitely one of my standouts that I found so far, yeah.
Let's get into the hot topic. We kind of can't not talk about Ryder Cup, right?
Yeah, no, we sort of have
chaos.
to, yeah.
It's absolute madness.
I can believe it.
The thing that came out this morning, McIlroy saying he'll never
Play again.
Whether it's AI or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you
He
think?
still kind of meant it, I think. Even if it was AI him.
I think
You wouldn't
he
blame
did.
him, would you?
Well,
No,
I
not
think
at all.
I think when heckling crosses over beyond the player, and also if his wife got hit with something, if it becomes physical, then that's a completely different ballgame to actual like verbal heckling, which can take a step too far anyway. But the moment anyone feels like they are uneasy being there, then they can't play their sport, and it's like what's it? A criminal, isn't it? It's an offence. Because if I got hit with something when I was trying to play my sport, I'd be thinking,
100%.
what the hell's going on here?
Because I went to the Open in Edinburgh a couple months ago, and it was interesting because I was coming away from that thinking, like, because you get so close to the players, right? So like, it is such an intimate sport. So to have that so close to you, I can totally understand why he's come up with
I'm
that.
all for the intensity,
Yeah.
and I'm not against heckling in general. I'm all for that sort of intensity and being really close to them. But it's the moment that someone would touch you or hurt you,
that is what it's-
then it's like, whoa, that's too
Yeah.
much. You've weirdly got to have respect whilst still maybe being somewhat
Yeah,
disrespectful.
exactly.
There has to be a line, doesn't it?
Yeah, you do it in a way that isn't actually trying to be pernicious or horrible. You're maybe goading and joking, but it's
From
in
a
good
sporting-
spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a really intense thing that he went through. For the large part, dealt with it really well. I feel. Was he told the fan to shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Basically, and then putted. Just absolutely nailed it.
You've got to make that part, haven't
Use
you?
it to fuel him.
Yeah, you do have to make it. You do. But how satisfying must that feel?
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I think you come away from that feeling not sure if you'd want to do that
know.
again. On sport,
Yeah.
Harry Styles. So for context, Harry Styles ran the Berlin Marathon in under 3 hours.
That time that he did is insane.
I love it when people that have obviously very successful careers doing something else also are really good at something else. I think it's so cool.
But there's a part of me that's like, wow, that's really cool and impressive. And the other part's like, he probably had all the help in the world to get there.
And maybe a lot of free time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
He's like the millennial
king.
dream.
Yeah, 100%. That hair.
Apparently he's really funny.
Remember that the 6'6" for guys?
No?
Have you not heard of that?
No.
Never heard of that?
No.
Over 6 foot,
Oh, I have heard of this.
Oh, right.
6-figure salary,
Because I know one of the sixes is really...
600 horsepower car.
Oh,
6 months since the last relationship and 6 inches.
Yeah, and then you could think of
and
the
one
rest.
more. Well, Harry Styles has like got his own one of those, hasn't he?
yeah, the millennial
Oh, yeah.
modern version.
Sub 3 hour, great in bed,
that's so true.
hilarious.
Still
We all sound
impressive.
pretty jealous.
I wish I could do that, 100%.
This is pure envy coming through.
Because I've been running for years and years and years and years.
No,
I
it's
could do
extremely
that.
impressive. Sub 3, like people that you have to put in the yards to do that, don't you?
I think I'd get sub 5, maybe sub 6, maybe.
No, you'd do better.
I mean, I did a half marathon
just-
in 2 hours and 10 minutes. But
You
that
could
was
eat
a
into that.
struggle.
I ran a marathon for
Should we get training today?
Yeah, we will get trained.
right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The SLMan Run Club. Let's do
I
it.
did one for a drunken bet, a marathon.
Right. Not while drunk.
Almost. Not quite. I wouldn't advise it either. Don't take this as professional advice. But yeah, I was training a fair bit at the time, but not running. I was boxing and stuff.
fine.
And I don't know, we were sat at a table. And I have no idea why I said this or why it came into conversation. But I was like, I could probably run a marathon. And the table effectively bet me that I couldn't. And it turned into an actual monetary bet, me versus each other person individually. I had to get up at 9 a.m. the next day and start running, and I wasn't allowed to stop until I'd run a marathon. What? And it was me versus, we had our own bet. So everybody bet against me. And we went out till about 2, 3 a.m. I had a pack of mini Pringles from the hotel bar, and then went up the same 5K strip up and down in Cyprus in 40-degree heat with a Lucozade and some swim shorts on. and did it in about 4.5 hours.
That is mental. In that heat.
I was honestly, I genuinely at one point was thinking, this is really not safe. Like, this could be the end of me.
Did you have water?
I had water.
Just Pringles.
Yeah, Pringles. And I had
Pringles.
and the worst thing was there was this massage parlor on the side of the street, and where I was going up and down about 8 times, they kept waving at me like, come for a massage. And I was like, I'd love to, but I've got another 20k to go.
How long did you do it in?
I was just shy of 5 hours, so it was not quick at all. I was crawling. But at the time, I probably hadn't ran further than 5k, and I was pretty hungover. So
Wow,
it was,
that's incredible.
Mate,
it was a mental battle, yeah.
How much did you win?
Stupidly, well, I don't know. It was stupidly or not. It was £100 each person. So I coined in about 500 quid, which added for the motivation because I also didn't want to pay out 500 quid. A couple of the guys on the table didn't want part of it. They were like, "Nah, he's way too stubborn.
I'm saying
We'll
that's
actually
worth
do
it.
this."
Yeah,
I think
100%.
it's worth it.
So you had £500 now to spend on your holiday, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All paid for.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I went for dinner that night. My hot topic of the week comes from Matthew McConaughey, who is everywhere at the moment, by the way, on podcasts and appearances. But the one snippet that stuck with me anyway, he said for a successful marriage, he recommends a queen size bed
Okay.
rather than a huge king size, and speaks about him having to be closer to his wife for a successful marriage. So none of this kind of, right, love you, good night, off you go over there. He wants to be close and intimate the whole time.
I agree. I guess my question is, how have you come to that conclusion about the bed being part of the reason as to why?
The way he spoke about it was that he had a bed that was too big.
Okay.
And he didn't like it.
I think there's 2 angles going on here.
Yeah.
A bed is for 2 things. Mainly.
You can't have two beds. You can't have one to sleep in and
One to the other bits. And
It's sleeping and
not sleeping.
and your intimate moments. So the smaller bed's going to make it better for your intimate moments. But sleeping.
I thought you were going to say the other way around.
What do you mean?
You want a big bed before going to bed.
No, but then the smaller bed actually works better because then you're more compact.
It doesn't matter how big the bed is if you're having sex. You don't like spread out to fill the bed. So
No,
Yeah, but it's good to have it bigger so you could do more, I guess.
that was my point. The bigger bed before going to sleep and the smaller bed to go to sleep. So
Right.
you got it the wrong way around.
I don't think I do.
I think I'm a Team Harvey here.
Yeah, you got it the wrong way around.
I thought you just agreed with
No,
me.
but as in...
You want to sleep on a
wait.
big bed, intimate on a small bed. Yeah.
But now I've confused myself. I don't know who's
You
saying what
need
now.
the bigger bed before you go to sleep.
Oh, yes, and a smaller bed for sleep. Yeah.
So your
Totally
sleep is
wrong.
very intimate and your big bed is more fun.
More, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm glad we sorted that out.
No.
You're still wrong. You're still wrong. So now we've got our ride or die products. One thing that you are absolutely backing right now.
Mine will have to be my Nintendo Switch 2. Honestly, it takes me back to my childhood, and I've taken it on the plane, I use it at home, and it's just so cool to be able to play Mario Kart like on the move. And you can take the controllers out and like play 2-player. I honestly am obsessed with it. It's so much fun.
So you're going home to do it now.
Literally, I get looked at on the plane when I'm traveling, and I'm literally playing it, and all these kids are like,
they're
I want to
jealous.
play that. Yeah, it's so much fun. I love it.
What's your ride or die game?
Mario Kart 1000%. That Rainbow Road. Have you played Rainbow Road and Mario Kart before?
Yeah.
Oh,
Difficult.
killer.
Hey, it's difficult.
It is difficult, but my brake power,
Nice.
insane.
What about yours?
It's not actually mine, but I'm getting the benefits of it. I've just moved into a new house actually with a couple of guys, and Matt is mad into his coffee. I do have a few mini coffee gadgets myself. The one I would put up is an Opus coffee grinder, but then he has a Lelit Victoria espresso machine, I guess, which is so good. So we've got a mini coffee corner with a sort of grinder, coffee machine, milk frother. So it's all very professional in the kitchen.
Like a barista.
Yeah.
Coffee is such an important cornerstone of one's
is.
day. I love
literally is.
cherishing those.
I'm a
those
different
moments.
person pre and post.
Yeah. Mine is the Labo Osmanthus, which is the Kyoto fragrance. So Labo do a cities series where they kind of, each city that they open in or have a store in, they do a fragrance for that city.
Yeah.
And I went to launch recently. I had all of the city scents there, and they were launching the Osmanthus. I actually can't describe what the fragrance is.
Earthy-ish.
I just know that it beats everything else. I love
Really?
it. Yeah.
Have you tried tobacco from that range as well? from
No, I've
Naomi?
not actually.
Are you wearing it today?
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I'm genuinely not just saying this. When we were talking about
You smell
your
good.
cow
yeah,
pen
I
earlier,
took my
I thought
jacket
you
off.
smelled good, yeah.
Nice. That's the Osmanthus.
Yeah.
So now it's time for your dilemmas. So we're going to get into your style questions or big life choices that you need help with, awkward situations. We've all been in. We picked out a few of the trickiest ones to tackle this week. I'm balding and it's killing my confidence. Do I shave it all off, try treatments, or just own it?
I would say to shave it off and own it. I have a couple friends that are bald now because they were balding, and they are now in the most happy relationships. They're both getting married. I've got the ones in January next year, one's in July next year. And I feel like they are such beautiful humans now. So I would definitely own it.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
I know I've got a lot of hair, so I don't want to sound like I'm, giving
you-
advice to someone that's not bald.
You can't comment on this.
But again, like friends that
Yeah.
were umming and ahhing, I always think everyone looks better once shaved. And then you know what you're getting as well. You
Yes.
haven't got to like question, how do I style it? You know what you got. And that's you for life. So own it and get your style around that. People are like, oh, great. Well done. He's got loads of hair. Thanks.
Yeah. It's less maintenance.
My perspective is that I've tried treatments before and I have
Okay.
used them before. They don't work for me in terms of they work on the hair.
Yeah.
But physiologically, mentally, they've not been good for me.
Okay.
Because you're thinking about it more.
No, just like the way that it kind of affects my body and
really?
the biochemical changes
Wow.
that happen when I take them. So I've learned over a long period. Obviously, I was a model for 12 years, so hair is quite important. So I've tried, and it just didn't sit well with me. So I've stopped that now, and I think along the line I will just shave off if anything happens. But one of my mates has done that. He shaved his hair off, and genuinely the difference before and after. He's so confident. And he looks great. So
You have lovely locks now.
yeah, maybe the, products, the treatments are still. So number 2, I want to propose, but I can't afford the kind of ring that she's expecting. Do I wait or go for it anyway?
I would say talk about it, but you can't speak about that.
Yeah.
You kind of almost have to be far away enough from proposing to have a mini conversation around it.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of that's slightly sad, isn't it? Like, you want to marry this
I think
person.
there's the issue here, or the crux of it is the expectation from the partner. That's a difficult thing to put on
Very
someone.
difficult because you think you know everything, how they're going to react and how they're going to take it. I mean, I have a lot of female friends, and I know all of them would say, if they heard this question, they'd say wait until you could afford the ring, I think.
Maybe like a balance.
Yeah.
Don't, at least get somewhat near.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
have... And nail the proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe that is the balancing act, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the proposal is just...
Like, absolutely
Yeah,
nail
yeah,
the
yeah,
proposal
yeah.
so that there can be no question asked about it.
yeah, true. Exactly.
Yeah.
I've got a strong take on this.
Okay, go on.
If that's what they're expecting and they know you,
Yeah.
and maybe they're the wrong person for you because they want something that isn't there.
What I was thinking is also that maybe in the guy's head in this case, is it? Yeah?
Yeah.
They are perceiving their partners expecting more than what they actually are.
Yeah,
could be,
Could be
true.
a thing as well.
Yeah, and that might be a things they've like societal thing where they
Yeah.
believe they have to kind of have this incredible ring,
Yeah.
but then you don't want the disappointment.
Yeah, I know.
I did kind
Well.
of agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are new, I mean, there are new things now, right? So you can get like a lab grown ring rather than like an actual mine diamond ring, which are a lot more cheaper in respect to the old one. So I guess there are ways to try and still find what they are looking for, just at a different cost.
I was going to say, I feel like we haven't solved this dilemma, but you've basically said, don't propose. You've said, find another ring. And I said,
find
nail
a
the
new
proposal. Sorry.
But yeah, it feels like, first of all, understand if this person is really for you.
Yeah.
Like really, that's a big decision. So I know it's maybe a bit obvious to say, but really think about if that is the right decision. And if it is, and you want to propose to that person, maybe try some cheaper alternatives like the lab-grown diamond. Some of those are amazing, as you've said. That's a good option for you. Consider that, mull that, 'cause it's not an easy decision, that.
No.
Number 3, I'm trying to cut back on drinking, but all my social life revolves around pints. How do I do it without becoming the boring mate? I've been there.
Promise I didn't send this question in. I just text this one in. I've had a very boozy September.
Right.
Very boozy September. I know it's a bit cliche, but I am ready for that October to Christmas.
You're doing
gap of-
Stoptober.
I don't think, maybe this is my advice, I don't think saying you're going to stop drinking works as well as drinking less. Having a few social drinks, or if you go out for dinner or you're on a date, I think you're going to be more inclined to have a drink. And if you've said you're stopping completely, the moment you have one, you give up on stopping completely. So I don't think that, it doesn't work for me, but I will be conscious of it. I'll be working out more, I'll be doing other things. I won't be going out as much partying, but I will have a glass of wine if I'm on a date or out for dinner or something like that. But I do feel like I need it. I mean, I'm knackered. I came in here with big bushy eyes this morning.
Well, I actually did it. I stopped drinking in October last year. And whilst obviously at first I was labelled as the boring friend, I think, if anything, my friends realise I'm actually a lot more fun without the alcohol. Like, I can still stay out till the early hours of the morning if I want to. And also I can just go home and I can drive there and drive home and be fine. And I think something about me is that I also like knowing that my friends are also safe. So if my friends are too drunk or a bit too loose, I can then take them home. And I like to know that they're all at home in one piece.
Have you not drank since last year?
Not a single drop. My friend gave me a drink by accident at a wedding because he thought he gave me the lemonade rather than he gave me the gin and tonic, but I drank a tiny bit of it. But I've not actively gone to get a drink from anywhere. Just the side effects of not drinking has just been amazing. I wake up every Saturday, go to the gym or go for a run.
I hate how cloudy my brain gets and how puffy my face gets.
Yeah.
I get a big round head after too much alcohol, which is not a good look.
But I mean, to go back to the question, your friends will eventually it'll become the norm to them. And you being called the boring friend will go away because they'll see the benefits of you not drinking.
What do you think about finding a non-drinking buddy?
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't changed your social life.
No, not really.
But there might be an argument to say maybe start incorporating things that don't revolve around
going
to the pub.
Yeah.
Because like going back to running, but that's just something that you can do that's sociable. But also not revolved around drinking.
Yeah.
So there's loads of stuff you can do, like clubs and sports. I find, or like even getting out of the city and going exploring
Weekends
nature
away,
and stuff like that. I find
we have a monthly games night. Me and my friends now.
Nice,
There's
cool.
drinking involved, but it's not revolved around drinking. So it's like be in your own space, have a bit of fun, crack some jokes.
And filling mornings, I guess. If you have no plans Sunday morning or Saturday morning, you're probably more inclined to go out.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have cool plans on,
that's
you
good.
can go to
ahead,
bed excited to wake up for your plans.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because going out is fun.
Yeah, very fun.
But I understand the fear and the social pressure because I'm very much in a group where it is quite pint heavy.
Drink, yeah.
Yeah, so I have that, but it's also a kind of self-talk rather than it's necessarily what other people are thinking.
Yeah.
And you're kind of more mentally resilient when you're drinking less, so it kind of all feeds into itself.
Do you drink?
I do, yeah. Yeah, but I'm quite conscious about when I drink.
Yeah, and how much,
I choose it.
Pick your battles, I guess.
Yeah.
If you've got something really fun, give yourself a break, but then also don't do the silly random nights that ruin your Friday morning.
Yeah. For the next 2 weeks, you're just out and you just can't recover.
I met a guy last night who only drinks 2 nights a week. That's his rule. I don't know, maybe that's a simple one to kind of incorporate.
Like a good compromise.
Yeah, just as you're trying to cut down.
That seems a lot.
Have that rule.
Because it's Friday and
drinks
Saturday
5
night.
days a week.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great starting point.
You've got to start somewhere. Frankie.
Yeah.
So that wraps up this episode for this week. That was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much for tuning in. There's going to be plenty more in the pipelines. If you enjoyed the conversation, please subscribe, leave us a review and share the episode with a friend. We've been SLMan. Enjoy.